Hello everyone, let's test the volume. Oh my God. Now? Now we have volume, right?
We need to open
No.
speaker.
I just disable my speaker because in that case it's oh my God. Now? Now? Better? Now we have volume, right? No volume.
No.
No. I believe there is a small delay in the. I just disable my speaker because in that case it's
Now we have volume, right?
oh my God.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay.
Thank you. So let's restart the video intercom. We may suffer some volume issue, but right now it looks okay. So thank you, my colleague, to help me out. So let's start about video intercom. Where was I? Please scan your partner application and using this QR code to gather 50 points into your other points gathering. So if you have this training, you can get 50 bonus points. And if you just working with a partner application right now, you can install it and the QR code will return in the last page of the presentation. So don't worry, let's start. Okay, so what is the topic today? We will have a quick overview about Dahua VDP products. We will talk about the IP and two-wire IP solution. Also, we will light up the two-wire hybrid series and the four-wire hybrid series. And we don't forget to mention about the doorbell series, which is made for mainly end-user application. And of course, we will yeah, I know. Okay, and also we will talk about the Android series of Dahua. Okay, let's check the product tree from Dahua. We can divide the products into different sections. For example, professional channels. For example, electrician channels and online channels. In professional channels, you can find the industrial solutions like emergency alarm system, and also you can find apartment solution and villa solution. The main difference between villa and apartment solution is the number of rooms or flats. So basically in villa solution you can make one call direction to only one flat, except some VTO models, because some can do more. In apartment solution, you have an option to call up to 10,000 flats or rooms from one VTO. Yes, and if we're talking about the professional channel, we have Android-based VTAGs and devices, which is really helpful when you want to make some home application and integration. But about this one a little bit later. And let's talk about the electrician channel. This solution is mainly technically it's a bit simpler, and technically it's a plug and play solution. We have it in 2-wire hybrid and 4-wire hybrid solution. Hybrid mean it's basically analog VDP system, but the VTH can connect to the internet via Wi-Fi, so it's basically become an online system. And if we're talking about the doorbell is mainly made for end users. You can get a notification about you are called. You can speak with your visitor, and you can open the door by yourself, I mean manually. The main difference between doorbell and other VTOs like villa and apartment solution, doorbell has no door opening output. Meanwhile, other VTOs like apartment or villa solution have the door control solution, so you can open the door by your phone or by your VTH. The variation is really huge. Okay, let's check the highlight of VDP solutions. First of all, the system is made to be compatible from the small needs like one room or one flat up to 10,000 rooms in one system when you're using a bigger SIP server. Based on Dahua originally is a video company. We always have a big attention, and we always care about the good video quality all the time. One more really important thing about Dahua is the application. As you may know, for end user side, DMSS is the main application, and you may know in DMSS you can integrate, or you can manage your MVRs, IPCs, XVRs, and so on, almost every Dahua product. And also VDP is part of this, so you can manage your VDP system from your DMSS, while you also can manage your CCTV system. And about the integration, this is a really strong leg of Dahua VDP. The CCTV integration is quite good. You can integrate your VTO camera picture into your MVR. Also, you can decode your IPC, in some case HDCVI video. Also, you can decode by VTH. And also, if you have a Dahua intrusion alarm system, you can manage your alarm system by, let's say, the smart control panel. For example, you can arm or disarm your partitions, or you can check the zone status from the SCP smart control panel. We will see it later. And also, if we are talking about the integration, VTO can be used as an access point in an access control system, so you can use your card, or you can use your password to open the door, and you can integrate VTO and access control together using the softwares like Smart PSS or DSS. Okay, let's see the IP and 2-wire IP solution. In protocol level, the two solutions can be integrated. The main difference is the hardware, let's say the interface between two-wire IP and general IP, since two-wire IP using a two-wire interface to connect the devices together, but from protocol side you can integrate it together. In Dahua understanding, we can check how a big residential community system is working. For example, you have many buildings together, which is fenced by a fence, and some outsider visitor came, he can check in at the defense door station, and security center can answer this call, and they can double check with the homeowner, and they can make a decision about let you in or not. But when you are in, you can go to the building VTO or to the unit VTO, and you can make a call to your host, and you can speak about why you are here. He let in, he can check the picture, he can open the door remotely, even using his VTH, or if he or she not arrived yet, he also can open the door using the application, which is DMSS or one-pass application, depending on the SIP server. So the solution is complete and ready to manage all the scenarios what you want, beginning from 1 flat up to 10,000 flat in the same time. Okay, if we're talking about VDP, we need to talk about the SIP server. What is SIP server? SIP server is the, let's say, device which can manage all the calls between the VTHs, VTOs, VTS, and so on. So we need some brain, let's say a server, which can manage all the calls and everything together. In Dahua understanding, you can use various type of SIP server for this job. For example, generally every VTO can be a SIP server, so you can use the SIP server function on the VTO, and it will manage the calls. Or you can use VTS, which is a high-end device for managing let's say buildings and VTHs, VTOs. It also can be a very good SIP server. But if you need a software solution, you can have a Smart PSS Lite. Smart PSS Lite is a free software from Dahua. It can be used for various applications, for VDP, access control, and also CCTV. And up to 512 SIP ID, Smart PSS Lite can be a SIP server also. And if we are talking about these three, in this case, you can use your DMSS to connect the end users, homeowners, to manage the calls from remotely. And of course, if you want to use some third-party SIP server, it can be integrated also, since SIP server is an open protocol and it's ready to integrate. And most importantly, you can use your DSS to make a SIP communication. In that case, Dahua management software need to be used, which is called a DSS. In that case, you need to buy some VDP device license, and when you connect to DSS, you can use the one-pass application, which is developed for building management. Okay, let's have a quick overview about IP community topology. Basically, the upcoming topologies will be almost the same, or have just quite difference, because the core idea is almost in the cases the same. Okay, like in this topology, VTHs are power supplied and connected to the network by PoE switches. Most of the devices from Dahua in IP support the PoE solution, so the connection is really easy. And also you can integrate your IPC, so VTH can decode the IPC stream, so you can have a double check from your gate IPC about the visitor standing in front of the door, and also basically, yeah, you can use your video picture. Defaultly you will use it, so you have a video checking, you have a two-way audio communication, so this is a quite strong solution. And in this solution, the upper number is 10,000 SIP ID, so you can have a really huge system. In that case, you need to use a DSS Ultimate. In this solution, in one room or in one flat, you can have one main VTH, and if you need, you can add 4 more sub VTH. It means you can have more VTH, for example, one in the ground floor, one in the let's say level 1, one in the garage, and so on. So you can have more VTH in one room. And also VTH has alarm inputs, so you can connect like doorbells, some detectors, and so on. So the system is really flexible. Okay, two-wire IP basically from protocol side is have the same principles, but from hardware side, two-wire IP is a different solution. It's made for two-wire wires. What a surprise, yeah. And basically you have a module. Yeah, that module called VTNS 2003B-2. This module is, let's say, the level module. It needs to be supplied with 48 volt DC. And one thing is really important about this module. It has an up and down port, so you can cascade 10 VTNS into one line. So you will have that's a spinal core about the communication between the different VTNS devices. And this make really easy to and simple cabling for your system. So this module is also handling the communication and also handling the power supply. And as you can see, it has a normal general LAN ports, so you can connect your system to the local network and you can make the integration. And using that port is connecting to the internet, so you can have an online system and homeowners can receive the calls on the smartphone. Okay, we just arrived to the question first, so please be prepared. And the first question is just coming right now. How many VTNS 2003B-2 can be cascaded into one main line? Okay, this is a technical question, no worry, but I'm sure you know the answer. So, how many? Yes, we get the right answer from, oh my god, so fast. Dominate 188. So, please be prepared and not forget you can apply for our gift when the training is over. In the last slide of the PPT, there will be an email address for marketing side and you can apply for your gift. So let's go on, and thank you for the answers. We mentioned before, SIP server can be the smart PSS Lite. Also, in this solution, you have 512 SIP ID for free. It's managed by the smart PSS Lite. In this solution, please be aware of the server need to be, this is obvious, but okay, the server need to be run all the time. So that PC which is running the smart PSS or the DSS need to be always online to managing the calls 24/7. Okay, let's check the VTS. VTS is a quite strong device from technical side. It can handle 10,000 SIP ID in the same time and also can be used as a backup SIP server. This device can be installed in the management center or at the security guy. This device can be used for decoding more IPC stream. It can handle multiple buildings. So this is a professional solution for big building solutions. Let's talk about the door station, which is used as a SIP server right now. I believe this is the most common solution in my country, since every VTO can work as a SIP server. If you install more than one VTO in the system, please be aware of the VTO by default is enabled the SIP server. So all VTO is a SIP server when you take out from the box. But when you using more than one VTO, you need to say, okay, this VTO is the SIP server, and the others need to be disabled from SIP server side, because the other VTO also need to connect the main VTO as a SIP server. Okay, in this solution, maximum 500 VTH can be managed, which is makes it ideal for small and middle size project. And also VTOs can be used for some access control use. For example, you can use your card, if the VTO is support the card reader, to open the door. If the VTO is support, you can type your code and open the door. And of course, we have VTOs which are equipped with face recognition, so door opening can be done by face recognition solution also. Yeah. Okay, let's see the topology of this solution. One thing is important about this one. If we not using DSS as a SIP server, we will use the DMSS application for the end user. So this case, when VTS or Smart PSS or VTO is the SIP server, DMSS is the end user application, which can, let's say, inform the customers about the callings. From the phone, you can answer the call, you can open the door, you can manage your system fully. In this solution, the basic technology is the same, the VTH is also the same, like the only difference between this is the SIP server. Like also you can have one main VTH and 4 sub VTH in one system, and also the VTO can open the door since it has a lock control outputs. In that case, when you want to control more than one door, we have an external unit called DEE1010B, which can be installed to the VTO RS output, and it from that you can control the second door lock easily. Okay, we just arrived the question 2, so everybody please be prepared, because the next question will be really hard. And yeah, I checked the stream. So what is the maximum VTH number in VDP solution where door station is in use as a SIP server? So when VTO is the SIP server, what is the maximum VTH capacity? Yes, we have a right answer. Thank you, Consus-PV3EO. Yeah, it's the right answer is 500. Thank you. So we can move on. Okay, the next solution is a two-wire IP solution when VTO is a SIP server. The technical principles is not different from the other two-wire IP solution, only the SIP server is different, and based on the SIP server is different, the numbers, the maximum system capacity numbers are smaller, let's say. In that case, you can have a maximum let's say 300 VTH in the system. And if you're talking about this two-wire module, it's important to this module can handle 22 devices on its output, because it's in this output you need to connect the VTH VTOs parallel to the output. So the maximum managing number is 22 about this solution. And also when you installing a system like this, please check the power budget of this device, because this device can handle a lot of power. So when you supplying it with 100 watts, you need to know you can get less than 100 watts from its output. So you also need to check the power budget, but it's quite simple. Okay, if we're talking about VDP, we need to mention the elevator control solution. Since Dahua integrated the elevator control into VDP solution also, it's mean when you have a visitor and he calling you, you can check and speak with the visitor, and you can send the elevator to the ground floor, and when the visitor is arrived, he can or she can go into the elevator, and and she will have a right to go to designated floor when you have a visitor. When you come home as a homeowner, you also can identify yourself at the lobby VTO, and the elevator will come to the ground floor, and you will have right to go your designated floor level. And also when you are home and you want to leave the building, you also can call the elevator, and it can come to your floor. In this solution, the maximum floor number which can be managed with this solution is 128. And also in big system is working with DSS together. In smaller scenarios, VTO and this elevator control and VTM 416 can be used. Okay, let's have a quick overview about the apartment door station. The assortment is quite big, so I'm sure you will find your device in let's say regarding your needs. Dahua offer you face recognition models with various type. It's make really smooth and easy the door opening, because you don't need to let's say use your card or type your codes. And also it's important about most of the VTOs supporting PoE, so the cabling is really let's say simple than before, and most of the VTOs has upgraded power output. For example, if you check the modular series, which is one of my favorites, is upgraded. It's mean the power output port offer you 12 volt DC. Okay, this is quite common, and the load capacity is 600 milliampere. So you have a 600 milliampere at a 12 volt level, which is enough to control a door lock, in my opinion. And if you're talking about the modular system, it's really flexible. You need to have a main module. This is a must, And then up to your needs, you can add your modules like a 5 button or 10 button modules, or the display module, or the card reader module. So the installation can be really flexible based on the requirement. And you just need to choose the flash or surface mounted brackets and face modules, and basically it's all. Okay. If you're talking about IP solution, we also need to mention the Villa scenario, because Villa scenario is obviously quite important. In Villa scenarios, we're using VTHs and VTOs. The main difference between apartment and Villa scenarios is the VTO itself. Basically, VTO, when we're talking about Villa solution, have only one button and you can make a call to only one direction. Yeah, we have some VTOs which has more button and belongs to the Villa solution. I will talk about it a little bit later, but the main difference between apartment and Villa is the number of the calling directions, how many directions you want to make a call, like into one flat only, or you want to call like 100 flats in the same time. But the basic, the core idea is the same. Devices are PoE supplied. You can open the door. You can use your DMSS to manage if you are not at home. Also, IPC can be integrated. VTH with a limitation can decode the IPC stream. And in this solution, you can have one main and +9 sub VTH into only one flat, and you also can have a maximum 20 VTOs, one main VTO and 19 sub VTO in the same time. Yes, for example, you have a back door in the end of the garden, so you can have 2 VTO. And also the VTH has alarm inputs, so you can connect like a door chime button, or you can connect your detectors. Oh, and we achieved the question 3 point. So also please be prepared for question C. Let's wait a sec. Yeah, the stream is also arrived. So what is the power output parameter of VTO 4202F-3 to power supply external devices? So, how much power can you achieve from this VTO? Please remember there was two parameters like voltage and current. Please answer. Yeah, yeah, okay. The right answer, you know, also you add the ampere number and the voltage number. This is great. Thank you, guys. And the first answer, which is contain the two parameter, is from Cocom and BT. Thanks for your answer. Okay, let's move on, and thank you for the answers. Okay, if you're talking about Villa solution, we need to mention Dahua offer you Wi-Fi based Villa solution. In this solution, you can have maximum 4 VTO and maximum 3 VTH, and the operation is quite same. The VTO need to be powered locally at the gate, and the VTH also need to be powered at your home, but the network connection can be made by Wi-Fi. As this VTO, as all the others before, also have a exit button which can open the door from the inside when you want to go outside. Also as all the others VTO, it is support the door contact feedback input, so you can have a double check about your door is closed or not. Okay. Of course, if we have two-wire IP solution in apartment solution, we also have it in villa scene. So let's say the technology is the same. Devices has a slight difference since this VTO has only one calling direction button, and also we have a VTO optimized, let's say villa optimized solution, which is called VTNS1001B-2. This module is quite the same as the apartment module, but it has only one network input, and it cannot be cascaded, so it's optimized for villas. Okay, let's have a quick overview about IP Villa VTO devices. As you can see, most of the VTO has only one button, but there is some VTOs which has more buttons than one, like VTO 3311, which is offer you 4 button maximum. And this is a unique VTO since it has a skin with 4 buttons, and it has a skin also with 2 buttons and 1 button. So in the box you can find the 2 and 1 button skin also. So you can choose based on your needs which skin you installed. So this VTO can serve up to, let's say, small apartments up to 4 flats. Basically, the most of the VTOs can be supplied with the standard PoE, and also as all the other VTO offer you can it's supported by 12 volt DC also. So the installation is quite simple. We have a VTO which can, let's say, serve you with vandal-proof level IKEY 10. So we have a maximum security VTO also, and we offer you Wi-Fi solution also, as I mentioned. Those VTOs which has some plastic surface or not made from fully foam, fully metal, it means it can support card. For example, MyFair card. It can be used also in villa solution to open the door easily. And one important thing is about the VTOs. When you're using two-wire solution, you need to have a little bit different VTO and VTH, since it need to have a two-wire interface. For example, this 2202F PS3 have a interface to two wires. So basically the VTHs and the VTOs are the same in the solutions, like apartment, villa, and so on, but two-wire is a little bit different since it need to have two-wire interface. And from a little bit closer, I recommend you to check this new VTO 6631, which is quite new from Dahua. It's a multi-tool. For example, it has one calling button, so it can be used in villa solutions, but it also can be set as apartment solution. So in the on the start screen, you can select your flats, because it's supporting many flats to be called. So it can be used in apartment, it can be used in offices. It's supporting password unlock, it's supporting face unlock, it also supports MyFair card and 125 kilohertz card also. So it's quite a unique solution which is fit for villa solution, also fit for middle size or small size apartment solution, and also really good for offices, since you can add your company logo beside the call button in the screen, the virtual call button, so you can make a really good office or business center solution with this also. Let's check and have a quick overview about IP indoor monitors. Technically, the apartment VTH and the VTH in Villa solution are the same because they are the same. The only difference is when you want to use two-wire IP, you need to choose a monitor which support a two-wire. You will recognize them because the last number in the name is ends up 2. Basically, the VTH is supporting PoE, and of course you can support it with 12-volt DC. Basically, the VTH has an internal memory, or you can insert SD card, so some internal storage can be made, for example, snapshot, or have a snapshot when somebody called you. So this is the core idea. The size is various. You can have 10-inch, 7-inch models, all have touchscreen, so the management is easy. If you're talking about villas, we need to mention Dahua offer you villa kits. Villa kits contain everything what you need to build up your villa system. For example, villa kits from wired solution support also 6-port, 4-port PoE and 2-port uplink switch. So you need to just install the cables. Of course, you need to install your cable by your own and buy the cable, but from the device size like VTO, VTH, PoE switch, it is in the box in the Villa kits. And also, let's check a special VTH called VTH 57, which is a, let's say, Linux-based VTH from Dahua. It's of course, it's a touch solution. It is you can have it in two-wire IP or IP solution. So it is various. You can add a SD card for your records. The design is really clear and smooth. I love the design. And you have it in button or buttonless version also, and we offer you flash mounted or surface mounted version of this. In this device you can have like a notification about your calls or messages with the built-in notification LED. Also, it has a proximity sensor, so the screen is not lighting when nobody is standing in front of it. And also it has a built-in induction loop in some models, which can, let's say, enhance the communication with hearing disabled peoples. And brightness, since it has a brightness sensor, is also self-adapted in this solution. You can have it in IP, in two-wire IP and 4-wire hybrid solution also, and also Wi-Fi is supported in this solution. You can have it in 10-inch and 7-inch models, and it's giving you some basic alarm hub integration solution also. If we're talking about fancy VTHs, I need to mention this smart control panel called SCP shortly. This is ideal for villa and apartment solution also. Okay, what is the benefit of this smart control panel? First of all, it runs Android 14, so you can enable the Play Store on it, and you can, let's say, install application. The installation mode is quite good because it also supports flash mounted. Let's say we have flash mounted and surface mounted version of this. The device is really flexible because the screen can be edited, and also if you have a buttoned version, the buttons can be replaced because in the box you can find various buttons, so you can replace it as you need. And also it supports, as the other one, the proximity sensor, the automatic brightness control, and some models has a built-in camera, so if you need two-way video communication, you can achieve with this. What is also important about this one and makes it really interesting. The smart control panel, if you install the latest firmware, it will support the pre-installed DMSS. So you have a DMSS running on this device, and if you log into this DMSS using your account, you can manage your system easily. It supports portrait and landscape installation. Of course, it supports video intercom, and it has a video surveillance feature. Like you can decode your live IPC stream, for example, or you have a PT or PTZ Dahua camera, you can control it easily, and also in the local storage you can, let's say, storage snapshot and so on. The modules, which are, let's say, 10-inch or 7-inch, but using buttons, it can support Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, and sub-G integration. Also, you will have this in PUE version and 2-wire version or 4-wire version also. What is the benefit of this? Because it has a huge benefit. Maybe I mentioned it before. With this smart control panel, you can integrate your Dahua intrusion alarm device called hub, let's say hub, and for this you have 3 integration mode, like let's say single hub integration. It means SCP is connected to only one Dahua intrusion hub, and in this way you can arm or disarm your home or partitions or the whole system, and you can have let's say zone status. Or you can have multi-hub integration. It means one SCP can control more than one hub in the same time, so you need to choose which hub you need to be controlled. And also it supports the free hub mode. This is the third one. It means you can connect your wired devices to the alarm input of the SCP, or you can connect your Dahua, let's say, wireless motion sensors or door contact and so on to the hub, so you can manage it by this SCP directly. And also you can connect your relays like Dahua smart plug, or using Zigbee, other kind of relays. And you also can connect relays by Dahua relays by RS protocol. Okay, we achieved the question 4. Let's see, the stream is okay. Nice, it's arrived. So be prepared. Let me read the question 4. List the intrusion alarm integration mode at smart control panel. So how many integration can be done in smart control panel? We mentioned about this one. So the question is about in SCP, how many ways you can integrate your alarm system. Yeah, basically we have 3 integration mode. That's correct, and you have, yes, the right answer is single and multi-hub and hub-free. This is the right answer. Thank you for it. Yeah, you are doing great, guys. Okay, back to business. I need a little bit speed up, I think. Okay, I speed it up. Let's talk about SCP. I mentioned a lot of things about this one. The importance is like the 10-inch models and the 7-inch models with buttons supporting the Bluetooth, Zigbee, and the sub-G integration. What I mentioned before, you can add Dahua alarm detectors to the system. It can be used. The others and the other device also support all based on Android 14, and I think this is the core of the SCP idea. And you also can install your application, but you need to have an application which is compatible with this SCP. Basically, what we tested before, I not test all the application in the let's say Play Store, but we tested many home application, and also users from Hungary tested many, and right now they not report any crash about this one. So I think our platform is really good to run some home integration application on this. Okay, if you're talking about VDP, we need to mention in one word the emergency alarm solution. We have dedicated, let's say, devices which can be installed in the industry area, or the towers can be installed in the public areas, and using this, the person who is in danger, he can or she can warn the operators in front of the VTS device. So some emergency alarm station can be received the calls, and the system is working well. It made in a camera version and camera-less version also. It is quite easy. You need to push the button and you will get the help. Okay, let's talk about the two-wire hybrid solutions. The core idea behind the hybrid solution is you have a VTO system which is basically offline, but, and this is the key part, please listen, hybrid solution, the VTH of the system can be connected to the internet using Wi-Fi, so the whole system can be online, and from this point you also can use your DMSS to get a notification or get a push from the VTO. You can speak with your visitor, you can open your door if you want using your phone or using your VTH. So the core idea is the VTH can connect to the local Wi-Fi. Yeah, you can install this system. Is quite plug and play, not so difficult. Okay, if we mention the apartment solution from two-wire hybrid side, we also need to mention we have this in two-wire hybrid villa solution. The situation is quite simple. It's a plug-and-play devices. You connect to the VTH to the cable network, and you have a working system. In two-wire hybrid solution, the VTH can connect to HDCVI camera, so the VTH of two-wire hybrid can, let's say, play the live view of your HDCVI cameras. So you also have this kind of camera picture solution in this. The core number is in Villa solution is, let's say, VTO and VTH summarized number is 6, which is quite enough in case of a villa. Oh, let's have a quick overview about the devices, about apartment side. The apartment two-wire hybrid VTO is have a similar skin as the 4202, what we see in the apartment solution from IP side, but the device is a little bit different, so please not mix it together, because this is dedicated made for a two-wire hybrid apartment, but the core idea is the same. You have a main module, and then you can choose your needed modules like buttons or keypads or display and so on. And also from VTH side, you choose the designated VTH. You can add a SD card to the VTH, so you can have also some recording. Oh, and we arrived the last question, question 5. So please be prepared. Question 5 is coming. Lovely. So, how two-wire hybrid VDP solution can connect to the internet? Oh, that was a tricky question, since basically it is a two-wire is a analog solution, but hybrid solution is the key. So, how two-wire hybrid can connect to the internet? And when it's connected, yeah, yeah. The right answer is Wi-Fi. Yes. So thank you for the answer. This is the core idea. So you have a strong, good system, but it still can be connected to the internet. Okay, let's go on to four-wire hybrid series. Basically, the idea is same as the two-wire hybrid. It's working, let's say, based on the same principles, but the interface is four-wired. The VTH is connected to the internet also, and we also have this solution in apartments. So four-wire hybrid also available in apartment solutions. And if you're talking about four-wire system, we need to mention Dahua have four-wire analog system, which is completely offline. So you can not have any phone push or that, but also on the other hand, it is quite cheap. So if you have a price sensitive needs, it can fit. Okay, let's talk about doorbells, which is quite interesting, since what is doorbell? Doorbell is a device based on and let's say installed next to the door. It's connecting to your local Wi-Fi, so it is online. So if somebody push the button, you will get a notification. You can speak with them and check what the reason is here, but probably you are waiting for it. And also doorbell can be connected to the local chime. Local chime is installed in your house. You just plug into the socket and you have an audio feedback about somebody at the door. About doorbell is important. It has no door lock function, so if you want to control your door lock, you need to have a Villa solution. But if you don't need, and in many applications end users are not need this, you can install doorbells. These doorbells support human detection, vehicle detection. It's really easy to install and configure this solution, and also support some loitering detection. And the previous solution was about doorbell, which is need to be supplied locally, power supplied. But Dahua offer you battery-based video doorbell. It means the doorbell has built-in battery, so you need to charge it in every 7 months, if I remember. Of course, it's based on your environment, the usage of the doorbell. So you need to be, let's say, charge it sometime, but it's quite a long time. So you no longer need to care about the cables. It's connected to Wi-Fi. Also, it supports 4 megapixel resolution. It has a built-in PIR sensor, so it's basically wake itself up when somebody is standing in front of the door, and the, let's say, field of view of the camera is quite big. Okay, so as I mentioned, it is battery powered. You can add your micro SD card, so the records can be stored, and it has a doorway light up function, and it's also support Wi-Fi 6, and based on 2.4 and 5 gigahertz also, so the strong connection can be made between the router and the VTO. And now for maybe the last slide, we can have a quick overview about the doorbell selection of Dahua. Basically, you have a doorbell with battery, or you can choose a doorbell power supplied by cables. In that case, the supply voltage is a quite big range. You can have up to 24 DC or 24 volt AC, and you also can have external chime to warn you about the visitor, and you also it is easy to buy it in kit, since it is a quite obvious solution, and we offer you some some accessories. And guys, we achieved the last side, so I'm really happy about this opportunity to make a webinar for you all over the Europe, because it's a quite big webinar, and as I'm heard before, we achieve a lot of registration, maybe the biggest number of registrations, which is I'm really grateful to you. And please don't forget to scan the QR code. Please scan this QR code to achieve your 50-point bonus, and also those who answered right, because many of you answered right, and thanks for it. Please, the guy who was first and answered right, of course, please make a snapshot about your fastness and your right answer, and send it to this email address, the CNT markmkt@dahuatech.com. So please make an email about this one, and our marketing colleague will contact you about how you will get your gift. So I'm really happy about make this webinar, and really thanks to watch it. And I'm afraid this is the time when we need to say goodbye to each other, but not for eternity. CENT will come back soon with other live webinar like this. So please be prepared. Please subscribe to our channel, and push the like button if you liked it. So we are coming with more and more webinars like this. So thank you for today. Bye guys.